So here we are. So you might be wondering, what am I doing in this hotel room all by myself? I've been quarantined. To cut a long story short, a colleague of mine is currently positive with COVID. I really don't need to tell you that it's a really tragic thing to hear, and unfortunately, because me and several of my other colleagues have made physical contact with him, we are currently sent into a quarantine. They told me yesterday that I was gonna have to be quarantined, but they only fetched me and sent me to the hotel earlier today. Everything's just gone by really quickly. Everything's pretty much a blur to me right now. All I know is right now I'm in this hotel room all by myself, and I'm gonna be here for the next 10 days. What's especially shitty about this whole situation is that it was literally just yesterday, and because I was told about this whole quarantine thing yesterday, obviously I didn't leave the house. I had to stay in, and I couldn't visit my parents for obvious reasons, and that kind of sucks, you know. And like I said, I was pretty much on standby since yesterday. I was just waiting for Certis to give me a call and tell me they were on their way to come pick me up. They finally gave me that phone call around noon today, and they came over about, I want to say 1:15 or so. So after Certis picked me up, they drove me in a van all the way to the hotel, and I literally just checked in the room like maybe half an hour ago. In case you're wondering, I am staying at Mercure Hotel. Pretty nice room. Not pretty nice room, it's actually a really nice room. I'm gonna have to admit, I was really surprised when I walked in that door. Let me show you what I'm dealing with. So yeah, once you walk in, it's pretty much just the toilet and the sink and place for you to put your clothes, which is fine, kind of weird, but living space, big ass TV, desk to do your work and all that stuff. There's the couch, and it's a loft. So go up the stairs, you have the bed. This big ass bed, all to myself. And there's another TV over here. Just I had my stuff around here. Brought along my Switch Lite. My Nintendo DS is in that bag over there. Got my chargers, earphones, all that necessary stuff to keep me entertained. So yeah, this is where they put me to be quarantined for the next 10 days. I'm not complaining. Now, as for what I'm gonna be doing for like the next 10 days, honestly, I'm just gonna rot in bed, play my Switch, play my DS. I still have like a bunch of Pokemon games that I've still yet to complete. Pretty much just do that. There's literally nothing else for me to do. Also, not too sure what time it is. I think it's somewhat close to 4 p.m. I'm getting kind of hungry, so I'm just waiting for dinner. I think they're gonna send dinner at about 6:30 p.m. if I'm correct. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for dinner, and I figured I might as well document my experience throughout this quarantine order. I'm not gonna film every single day. I'm just gonna film like bits and pieces of what I'm up to. Just, I don't know. As much as the whole idea of being in quarantine sounds like a shitty idea, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited. I'm just curious to know what the whole experience is like. So that's pretty much why I'm shooting this whole video. So yeah, maybe I'll show you guys what they serve for dinner later. So yeah, hopefully I remember to record that. Alright, I just had a bit of a lie down, and they just rang the doorbell. Apparently my dinner's here, so let's go see what they're serving for dinner. Let me go put on this mask. Right. So yeah, this is what's for dinner. A buttload of rice, chickpeas, fish curry, and some pieces of fruit. Not bad, I will admit. I was kinda expecting something pretty much worse, but this is pretty surprising. Pretty decent. Hopefully it tastes just as nice. Right, I just had the dinner that they served. It was okay. Wasn't the greatest, but it'll have to do. Can't really complain. As for my plans for the rest of the night, I'll probably just go wash up after this, maybe watch a movie or two, and probably just get some rest. So I'll try to check in again tomorrow, so I'll see you in a bit. Alright, it's about 8:30 a.m. I literally just woke up and it's pouring. Well, no wonder I had trouble waking up in the morning. So if you don't know, during this like quarantine order, you actually have to report your temperature 3 times a day through this app called Homer. So you gotta report it like between 8 to 10. Second slots I think between like 12 to 2, and then another one between 6 to 8 p.m. So yeah, 3 times a day, just gotta take your temperature. They do provide you with a thermometer if you don't have one. So yeah, just gonna go take my temperature now, do the whole reporting thing, and I do believe they sent me my breakfast. I heard the doorbell ring when I was sort of still asleep. So yeah, temperature, breakfast. My hair is looking wild. 35.6. Breakfast! Let's see what they are serving up today. Oh my god. They sent me prata with an egg. I'm not too sure how many prata is there. I think it's just one. I don't think they sent two. But god damn. Prata. They even said green tea and coffee depending on your choice. Prata, rainy weather. Sounds pretty damn good, man. Also, I received an SMS in the morning saying that they've finally arranged for me to get a swab test. So, if I remember correctly, at 7 p.m. there's a vehicle arranged to pick me up from the hotel to bring me to some place to get swab tests and probably get my result sometime tomorrow. So, kinda nervous about it because I'm a big fan of stuff going up my nose. So, yeah. Other than that, agenda for today is just eat, wash up, and just wait, I guess. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Nice. It's feeding time. So this is lunch. Rice, some veggies, and beef. Not gonna lie, doesn't look entirely appetizing, but no, I don't really want to spend on ordering any food, so this will have to do. Alright, it's time for me to submit my second temperature report for the day, so I'm gonna go do that now. Earlier I said it was between 12 to 2, apparently I was wrong. It's actually between 1 to 3 p.m. for the second one at least. So also I just had the lunch earlier. Not the greatest. It tasted as good as it looked. So hopefully dinner's better. And if lunch still is gonna suck tomorrow, I'm probably just gonna order something in. 36.5. Still doing fine, not showing any symptoms. Alright, dinner just arrived. It is pretty much about exactly 6 p.m. right now. Like I said earlier, I am going for a swab test, and actually, I believe the vehicle is supposed to pick me up in like an hour, so I have until then to eat this, frankly speaking, really depressing looking dinner. I'm kinda contemplating whether I should eat it or just say fuck it and order something for dinner, but I'll decide later. So the main thing is I'm feeling slightly nervous about the swab test because I've actually never been swabbed before, so not really sure about the process and how it's gonna feel. Like, I know I've heard accounts from people of like how it feels and stuff, but I myself have not gone through it, so this will be an interesting experience to say the least. Also, I need to report my temperature thingy. Like, you know what? Let's just go take it now. Settle my third and last temperature report for the day. Then I'll still figure out what to do for dinner. 36.6. Nice. Again, so far so good. It's been like 6 days since my last physical contact with my colleague who is currently COVID positive, and I'm not showing any symptoms, so I want to say that's a good sign, though still not really definitive until I get the swab test results. So fingers crossed. Still deciding whether I should eat this dinner. Like seriously, man. Let me show you what's for dinner. So dinner is rice, some tahu, and fish. I don't even know what lauk this is, and a donut. So yeah, I mean I don't want to be ungrateful or anything, but this really does look quite depressing. So I mean I definitely don't have time to order anything like right now. So I might have to order something once I'm back from the swab test. So I'll see how that goes later. I'll probably check in again once I'm back from the swab test. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, literally just got back from my swab test. The hotel staff came knocking at my door at about 6:35 or 6:40 ish. Just like, alright, your driver's here, like pronto, let's go. So I quickly had to like rush out the door. Driver brought me over to the place, and it was really quite hectic over there. I don't. In fact, I can't even remember exactly what happened. Everything was just a blur. But long story short, got myself swabbed. I would admit, it didn't feel as bad as I thought it would. It was relatively tolerable, but I do hear that it can kind of depend on the person who's swabbing you, and I do have a second swab test that I have to do before leaving, so hopefully that one goes just as smooth as the one I just had, or preferably even more smoother. So as of now, I guess I'm just gonna wait for my test results. I think it should come out, I'm guessing, within the 24 hours. I could be wrong though, I have no idea, but I'm guessing I'll get my results like maybe tomorrow night. So I'm kind of nervous about it because I really have no idea what to expect at this point. As for dinner, I'm actually pretty starving. I did not eat the food that they provided. I just could not go through with it, so I ordered some fried chicken. I thought maybe I'd treat myself for tonight. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna post any more updates for tonight. I think I'm pretty done for the day. I'm just gonna wait for my dinner, chill out, have a video chat with my wife, and just get some rest for tomorrow. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Alright, it's day 3. Just woke up a while ago. I already did the whole temperature thing, and I did collect the breakfast that they gave, but it looked really janky, so again, didn't eat it. I do have some biscuits that I bought the other day, so I'm just gonna have that for breakfast. Agenda for today is really not that much. As I mentioned yesterday, I did my swab test, so today I'm just gonna nervously wait for the results. I'm still pretty anxious about that. I did have a pretty good sleep last night though, so today I'm just gonna wait for that and probably just do some stuff to try to get my mind off things. But yeah, hopefully things are okay. Also, when I arrived at the hotel, there were like 4 bottles of water. I was like, okay, that's pretty good. That should last me like a couple days. And as I thought, I'm almost out of water, and I called the front desk. I thought maybe they could send up more water. Turns out no. Turns out the 4 bottles that they gave were pretty much just upon arrival. And I mean, I ordered through like PandaMart for like 3 big ass bottles of water, and I ordered some other groceries as well that should last me hopefully for the rest of my stay here. So I'm just gonna wait for my order of all that stuff. I got like water, snacks, and like, oh yeah, I got cup noodles as well, just in case they send me like some janky ass meal for any of the days. And I don't really want to spend too much money on like ordering food and stuff, because it can get pretty expensive. So cup noodles seems like a pretty good substitute. That's a big ass bag. Let's see what we got in here. Like I said, 3 massive bottles of water, so this should last me for the next 7 days that I'm gonna be here. Bought me some juice, few cup noodles, just in case I'm not in the fancy for whatever they serve for lunch or dinner. And gotta get me some Doritos, man. Alright, they just rang the doorbell. I'm gonna show you what's behind the door. So, my wife sent me something. So, my wife sent me like half a cookie cake from Famous Amos. I'll tell you why she sent me this, but I'll talk about it tomorrow instead because it'll make sense why. So yeah, thank you, Aki, for sending me this cake. Also, it's what time is it now? I want to say it's somewhat close to 2 p.m. So I already had lunch, did the whole temperature thing earlier on. Earlier today at about 11:30, I think, if I remember correctly, my test results came in. I'm very happy to report that they came back negative. From what I know, all my colleagues they all did the swab test yesterday along with me. So far everyone's come back negative, which is really good to hear. In fact, my colleague who is COVID positive, I believe he's doing really well in the hospital. If I understand correctly, he should be transferred to a quarantine facility either today or tomorrow. I could be wrong, but that's what I've heard. So yeah, thankfully everyone in my workplace is doing really well so far. We do have a subsequent swab test that we have to do before leaving, so I suspect it's gonna be done either this coming Friday or Saturday because I'll be leaving on Monday, so I think it should be done on one of those days. So yeah, very relieved to be hearing all this news so far. I just had lunch earlier on, so I don't think I'm gonna eat the cake right now. I might save it for dinner. I mean, this isn't gonna be like my dinner. I'm still gonna wait for whatever they send for dinner, and just like have some cake after that to celebrate for the night, I guess. As of today, I don't really know if I'm gonna post any further updates. I think I'll probably check in again tomorrow because there's really not much planned for today. I'm just gonna eat and rot my brains out. So yeah. Looky what we have here. So like I said yesterday, my wife sent me like half a cookie cake from Famous Amos. And earlier today, my sister ordered for me a pizza. So, here's why. I'm actually turning 30 today. It's actually my birthday. Yes, I'm spending my birthday while in quarantine, which sounds like a really shitty situation, but to be honest, I'm kind of okay with it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it sucks for me to not be with my wife and family, but frankly speaking, I've never been one to really celebrate my birthday to begin with, so I'm not really like butthurt about the whole situation. But I'm really grateful still that my wife went through all the trouble to send me cake, and my sister and family has been like wishing me, and my friends also, they've been wishing me on social media and messaging me, and I'm really grateful for like people just like checking up on me and while being in this whole situation thing. I'm really thankful for all that. Pizza for lunch. In fact, this is gonna be my lunch and dinner, so that's gonna be awesome. I don't have to eat whatever shitty food that they sent. I did see what they sent for lunch earlier because it's like 12:40 right now, I think. So they already sent me lunch earlier on. Honestly, it didn't look that bad, but I knew I had pizza coming, so I didn't even bother touching it. Yeah, I'm actually 30 right now, which is crazy. Crazy to think I am 30 years old. So yeah, today, like what I've been doing for the past few days, I'm just gonna rot myself away, watch some TV, maybe watch Netflix or Disney Plus or something, play my Switch, play my DS, just take a nap, and at least today my stomach will be very happy. So once again, thank you so much to Aki, my sister, and of course my family and friends. Yep, I am gonna go eat right now. Alright, I was just about to go up and chill in bed, and the door just rang, so give me a sec. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, maybe like 5 or 10 minutes ago, front desk called my room, and they were like, "Hey, were you expecting something?" I was like, "No, not that I know of, course. My sister was sending me pizza for today, and then Aki sent me the cake yesterday." So I told them like, "Nah, not that I know of." So and then they asked me, "Do you know a person named Salina?" I was like, "Yeah, that's my sister-in-law." So they was like, "Oh, okay, she sent you something, so we're gonna send it up to your room." Here it is. This is a complete surprise. I was not aware of this, and it looks like food. And I'm freaking full, man. But holy shit, Kak Salina, and I'm guessing my brother has something to do with this as well. Thank you guys so much for feeding me and making sure this boy stays fat. Let's have a look inside to see what's inside. Okay, I dig in, and the first thing I see is sweet potato fries. Now, everyone in my family knows that sweet potato fries are pretty much like my favorite type of fries. So I know I'm full, but you know your boy's gonna dig in. So there's more stuff inside. Oh my god. There's a waffle. There's a damn waffle in here. And what looks like, I'm assuming, yep, I was right, a small pint of ice cream. So I'm guessing ice cream goes on the waffle. Apparently my sister-in-law and my brother sent me dessert and some fries. So once again, thank you so much. Oh my god, I'm gonna be puking tomorrow, man. But I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm so full. I'm gonna fucking explode. Alright, so it is Thursday, 20th May, if I have the date correct. And that means that I've been here for about a week. Technically, today is my 7th day of serving my quarantine order. So yeah, that's been quite a while. And frankly speaking, I still feel fine. Like, yeah, I do miss my family, but no, I'm still like keeping it together. Frankly speaking, I still feel pretty okay. You know, the place definitely helps me in coping with everything. And you know what, the fact that I don't have to work and I can just rot away doing nothing all day long, that definitely helps. Yeah, I know I didn't film anything yesterday because there really was nothing for me to update you guys from what I was doing yesterday. And one thing I wanted to talk about today was, so when I first received my quarantine order, as much as there was a lot of anxiety around it, one of my biggest questions was, what do I need to prepare for it? Like, what do I need to bring? What don't I need to bring? What kind of services will there be available for me while I'm staying here? So, and the thing is, at least at the time, I didn't know anyone else who have had served a quarantine order. So there was no one I could turn to get advice and questions from. And even though I tried to look it up like online, I tried searching for YouTube videos, frankly speaking, none of them really answered what I was looking for. And since I've been here for, like I said, about a week, I think I've gotten a pretty good handle of how things work here. And since I have some time today, I figured maybe I'd make this section to give you guys some tips if you guys were to be sent for a quarantine order. You can call this section my quarantine tips. So first off, maybe I'll just talk about the stuff that the room does provide you and you don't need to bring. So let me just show you guys that stuff. Alright, so maybe let's start with the toiletries. I do apologize if it's a bit messy. When I got here, they do provide a toothpaste. They do provide one toothbrush, even though I'm using my own. There is hand soap, and they do provide soap and shampoo. I know it looks like I've only got 2 bottles of each, but there's also one more which I left in the shower. So there's definitely enough for you to last throughout your quarantine order. And also they do provide towels, which I have hung up right outside my shower. So as far as toiletries go, they pretty much do cover the essential stuff that you might need. So the only stuff that I had to bring on my own was my skincare stuff. I also have my face wash in the shower as well. So yeah, like I said, soap, shampoo, toothpaste, toothbrush, towels. You don't really need to bring these things unless you're really particular about it. Now, as for meals, the hotel does provide you with 3 meals a day. So they send breakfast by 8:30 a.m., lunch by 12:30 p.m., and dinner by 6:30 p.m. So these meals are fixed. They will definitely send it to your room before these timings. But if you've seen some of the meals that they've sent over the past few days, they might not be the most appetizing. I'm gonna be honest. Some of them are pretty okay, I will admit. Some of them are actually pretty nice. I can definitely eat them. Like, even if they were to serve it again, I would definitely eat them. But others, not so much. So my advice is, if they were to send you food that you're not really in the fancy for, either one, stock up on cup noodles, which is a pretty cheap and cost-effective solution, or number two, which is slightly more pricier, order something to eat, either from Foodpanda, Deliveroo, Grab, whatever you may. Those apps are gonna be your friends while you're in quarantine, trust me. Now let's talk about the pantry side of things. There is a mini fridge, but it was empty when I got here. I'll show you what I have inside there in a moment. They do provide you with 2 cups, an electric kettle, and when I got here there was actually 4 bottles of water. I left this one. Like I mentioned previously about the water, they will not restock the water once you're done with it. Yeah, like I said, they gave me 4 bottles of water, which only lasted me about 2 days, so I had to take matters into my own hands. And yeah, so yeah, initially I only ordered 3 bottles of water, but again, that didn't last me very long, so I had to order 3 more, which I think should be able to last me for the next 4 days. So I think I should be able to finish these 3 bottles. And the thing is, you don't really need to buy water if you don't want to spend money, cause what you can do is technically use the electric kettle, just get some water from the tap, boil it, and you pretty much have clean water. The only thing is that I'm a little bit too lazy to go through all that, so that's why I just went the easier route to just buy some water. It didn't cost me that much anyways. I ordered this through PandaMart for like 90 cents a bottle, so I think that's pretty reasonable for something that's gonna save me a lot of time and effort. As for what I've stocked up, as you can see, I have some cup noodles and I have some snacks left. I did have a bit more when I started my quarantine order. And in my fridge, I do have some juice. I have a can of Coke from a meal that I ordered. I have some biscuits, some cookie dough. So yeah, I mean, obviously you're gonna be here for like nearly 2 weeks. You're gonna be snacking quite a bit, especially if you're someone like me who pretty much cannot keep their mouth shut without food. So yeah, if you're the kind to snack a lot, you're really gonna have to stock up on food. As far as coffee and tea goes, they do provide you with some coffee and tea to a certain extent. So every breakfast they actually sent me 1 sachet of coffee and 1 tea bag. So this is just what I've accumulated over the past few days that I've been here, cause I'm not really one to drink a lot of coffee and tea, so I just keep them to one side just in case I feel the fancy to have some caffeine. So yeah, I just set that to one side. Also, they do give some sugar with each breakfast. So yeah, this is just what I've accumulated. But if you're like me, you don't really consume coffee and tea, that's kind of why I have some apple juice in here for my breakfast, because I pretty much prefer that over coffee and tea. But yeah, that is just my personal preference. They do provide coffee and tea, but if you need something else other than the stuff that they provide, you're probably gonna want to stock up on your own instant coffee. Now you might be wondering why I have a stack of disposable spoons and forks over here. That's because they don't provide you with any cutleries aside from when they send you meals. That's kind of why I've accumulated a whole stack of them. Because you know how when you go to hotels, they usually have like a metal fork and spoon. They don't have that over here. I just set aside the fork and spoon that they provide from the meals that I don't consume, just in case I order food and they don't give any cutleries. At least I have some backup. Also, one more thing that you might have noticed, even though they do give cups, there is no dish soap, so you might want to consider having that on standby as well, just in case you make coffee and you need to wash your cup properly. Yeah, you're gonna have to get some dish soap for that. So the next thing I want to talk about is something that was a big question that I had when I received my quarantine order, and that question was, how am I gonna do my laundry? Because obviously I couldn't bring like 14 days worth of clothes. That's gonna be insane. Like, worst case scenario, what I had in my head was just wash my clothes in the sink and let them dry somewhere, like army style, which is something that I'm not like foreign to, but obviously it's not the most ideal situation. So that was one of the concerns that I had when I received my quarantine order. But thankfully, the hotel does provide a laundry service. So how it works is that they give you this laundry bag with a form that you have to fill in when you send it every day. So per day, you can send up to 4 pieces of like clothing to send for laundry. Anything beyond that 4 pieces for that day, you will be charged. So but again, you can send it every day. It's just that there's a limit of 4 pieces per day. So you kind of have to plan out how you want to send your laundry, kind of ration it out. Just be smart about it. And how it works is that when I have my dirty laundry that I want to send, I just leave it outside the room before 10 a.m. and they will send it back to me the following day after 1 p.m. So one thing to note is that there is a more than 24-hour gap where you're not gonna get back those clothes. So you definitely have to do some planning as to how you're gonna send your laundry. And also, this goes without saying, but definitely don't send laundry on your last night of your quarantine order. Like, for example, I'm supposed to be okay. I think that's my lunch. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm supposed to check out on Monday. I definitely shouldn't send my laundry on Sunday because I'm not gonna see those clothes back in time before I check out of the hotel. Give me a second. Let me go see what's for lunch. Even though I just had the lunch that I ordered. So yeah, let's just check out what they sent for lunch. Even though I'm not gonna be eating it, like I showed earlier, I did order my own lunch because I didn't feel like eating whatever they were gonna send. So yeah, let's just have a look at what they sent. Okay, looks like rice and some chicken rendang, I would think. I pretty sure that's chicken rendang. So yeah, not the worst of meals. I've definitely seen worse stuff that they've sent, but I definitely don't regret ordering my own lunch because I don't think I would have wanted to eat this. So yeah, this pretty much reiterates my point about having cup noodles ready and just constantly checking Food Panda, Deliveroo, GrabFood, whatever you may. So yeah, and also, like I mentioned, I always keep the cutleries that they send. But I guess another workaround for the cutlery thing is that you can just bring your own not disposable, reusable cutleries. You know, like the metal fork, spoon, even the straw. You can just bring those if you have. Unfortunately, I don't have any of those, so kind of have to use disposable ones. But again, they do provide you with some disposable ones that you can just set aside and use whenever you need to. Also, another thing that's sort of laundry related that some of you might be wondering is how do you change your towels and your linens and all that stuff. They do have a system to do that, even though you're not gonna get a room service, by the way. No one's gonna come in the room and clean the room for you and all that stuff, because technically they're not supposed to make any contact with you. So yes, just in case you're wondering, there is no room service. But how the towel and linen change works is that twice a week, I believe it's on Wednesdays and Sundays, you can put whatever you want to change, whether it's the towels and linens, you can put it in one of the bags that they provide. They do provide you with like a stack of trash bags that you can put the dirty towels and dirty linen in. You leave it outside the room, and then you can call up the front desk, just tell them, hey, I want to have a one-to-one exchange for my towels and linens, and they'll do the proceedings. So yeah, like I said, there is a way for you to change these things, even though again, no room service is gonna come in the room and do all these things for you. There is a bit of manual effort on your end, because you have to remember, you're not here on vacation. You're here for a quarantine order. That's how, at least for this hotel, that's how it works. Also, because you're gonna be in an air-conditioned environment pretty much 24/7 during a quarantine order, I would highly recommend you to bring either lip balm or just some Vaseline for your lips, because they're gonna get dry as hell. Like, I can attest to it. Almost every day I wake up with my lips feeling pretty damn dry, so I'm really thankful to have some Vaseline, or if you prefer using lip balm, then you can go ahead and use that. So yes, I highly recommend you to bring either one of these things if you were to be quarantined. Okay, so I was rewatching the footage that I just shot about the quarantine tips. Forgot to point out that some of the things like timings for laundry and your towel and linen change, that is definitely gonna be subjective depending on the hotel that you stay at. So my point is, even though depending on where you stay, the timing might not be exactly the same as the timings that I've mentioned. These are just some of the services and things that you can probably expect regardless of whichever hotel that you are sent to for your quarantine order. So that's just something that I wanted to point out. So yeah, if you don't see the exact same things, I just wanted to make sure that you realize that no, different hotels are gonna have different policies on different things. So yeah, back to me from like a couple hours ago. And I think the last tip that I have, which can be pretty subjective depending on your personal preference, is bring entertainment. Like I mentioned earlier, like a few days ago, maybe like a week ago, I did bring my DS Lite as well as my Switch Lite as well, because I mean, I like playing games in my free time, so that's why I brought these two things. Frankly speaking, I was even contemplating on bringing my PS4, but the way that I have my PS4 set up, like back in my room, it's not that easy for me to just rip it out from the setup and just bring it over. So it's kind of why I didn't bring my PS4. So I mean, nonetheless, just having the DS Lite and my Switch Lite more than sufficient to keep me entertained throughout these like 10-11 days that I'm here. I mean, like I said, this can be pretty subjective depending on what you like to do. I mean, when I was checking in to the hotel on my first day, I did see someone bringing in a yoga mat, and I mean, there is plenty of space in the room for you if you were to be into doing that kind of like indoor exercise stuff. Personally, not my kind of thing, as you probably can tell from this big fat belly that I have. Also, obviously, you can bring a laptop. Personally, I don't have a laptop, which is why I don't have one on me, but it's fine. Again, just having my handheld consoles to keep me company is more than enough. And you've seen the two big ass TVs that's in the room, one in the living space, one more right up to the bedside there. But yeah, I just wanted to bring up, I mean, I know it's an obvious one, but I still think it's really important to keep yourself occupied, keep your mind off things, especially if you want to get anxious really easily. I think keeping yourself entertained is pretty important. As far as my quarantine tips go, I think that's pretty much about it. I can't really think of anything else. I know the list was kind of messy and it's kind of all over the place. Yeah, I tried to explain things to the best of my abilities, so if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments as per usual. So yeah, until I get further updates regarding my subsequent swab tests, I don't think I have any proper updates. And right now, I think I'm just gonna go take a nap. So yeah, take it easy. Alright, it's almost 9 a.m. now. It is Sunday, 23rd May, I think, if I have my dates correct. Like I said, it's about 9 a.m. I just woke up, even though I did get up earlier at about 8 to submit my temperature, but I went back to sleep because I still felt like sleeping. But yeah, I just woke up again because I received a call from the front desk. They told me that I will be getting my swab test done today. So yeah, they told me to be on standby from 9:30 a.m. onwards. Just kind of vague, because what time exactly will my swab test be done? I have no idea, because I don't think they're gonna be here like exactly at 9:30. So yeah, I that gives me like half an hour to shower and have like a quick breakfast, which should be fine. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go brush all that and just be on standby. Cool. Alright, I just got back from my swab test. Alright, so slightly different this time around compared to the first round of swabbing. Remember how I said they told me to be on standby from 9:30 onwards, and I said that, you know what, it's unlikely that they're gonna come over like exactly at 9:30. Well, I was both right and wrong. As predicted, they didn't come at 9:30. They came at 9:15. 9:50, I was still like drinking my juice. In fact, I haven't even gotten around to finishing my juice. I was still like trying to have a quick bite before they come over. They came and knocking and told me, alright, we gotta go now. I was like, okay. So I just completely abandoned my breakfast, quickly put on my boots and left. So yeah, that was one different thing. The other different thing is that, remember how during my first swab test they brought me to a completely different place? It was an old school building which they've turned into like a swabbing center. We didn't have to go all the way there. In fact, we literally just went up a floor. I think that floor, I did see a pool there. I think there might be some other recreational stuff on that floor as well. So they've turned that floor into the hotel as like I guess like a temporary swabbing center. So yeah, all we had to do was the Cisco staff brought us up there, did a really quick swab. Another different thing was that the swabbing was slightly quick. In fact, not slightly, it was much quicker compared to the first round. Because during my first swab test, they took 4 samples from what I understand. But this time they only took 2 samples. I don't know why. Doesn't matter. Slightly more comfortable this time because I really don't like the feeling of when they do the swab test. Done that, back in my room now. So I guess now all I have to do is wait for my results and then wait for MOH to give the hotel the clearance for me to be able to check out from the hotel. I know I haven't posted an update for like 3 days. If I don't post an update, it's because there's nothing for me to update. Like I literally did nothing on that day. So yeah, also I think I filmed more than enough stuff to show you guys what's going on here, and also I don't want to make this video run for too long because I think it's already longer than it has to be. So yeah, the next time I shoot another update, it will be once I hear more news. Alright, it's Monday today. It's about 9:30 a.m. I have still yet to receive any call regarding my checkout, so I'm just gonna take it that my checkout will still be as mentioned, which is today by, I mean not really by noon, but I'm just guessing it's gonna be sometime around noon, or maybe even in the afternoon. As long as it's not during the night time, I'm pretty much fine with it. But yeah, I'm still waiting for them to give me a proper call to update me. As of now, just had a shower, had already finished up every food thing that I've ordered. Any juice, biscuits or anything, I already finished everything. I'm only left with like a little bit of water, but I can settle that later. Also, I'm just like finishing up packing all my stuff. I've packed up like 90% of my stuff. I did leave out a couple things that I might need as long as I'm still in the room. So yeah, like I said, still waiting for that call. So yeah, I guess until they actually give me a call, I actually might continue sleeping because this is my last day with air conditioning. So I gotta embrace it. Alright, it is about 11:15 right now. I took a nap a while ago, like I said I would. Got up, packed the rest of my shit, so I'm pretty much all ready to go. And just nice, front desk just called me. They told me to be on standby. Someone will pick me up by about 12 noon. So I guess plans are pretty much going as scheduled, so that's pretty good. So yeah, I really do miss my family, so I'm pretty excited to go back home. I mean, excited is an understatement to describe my emotions right now. But I will admit, I'm really gonna miss the room, really gonna miss the fact that I have air conditioning, and the fact that I didn't have to do anything for almost 2 weeks. I'm really gonna miss that. But I mean, it's time for me to go back to my family, time for me to go back to reality. So yeah, that's that. As for the video, there's literally nothing more for me to show because I don't think you guys need to see me going back to home and all that shit. So pretty much just gonna stop filming beyond this point. So yeah, I know this is probably gonna be quite a long video, so if you guys actually watch this far, thank you for watching all this way. Really appreciate it. I'll try to go back to uploading my usual videos as best as I can. Things are pretty chaotic at work right now, so that's gonna be quite a trick. But I'll do my best to continue creating more videos as I've mentioned. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna wait for the Cisco staff to come escort me back home, and yeah, this has been quite a trip. This has been a real eye-opening experience. So I'm thankful is a weird thing to say to describe this experience, but I guess I'm pretty glad to have gone through it because it's an interesting experience. Anyways, I think that's about it. I don't really have anything much to say beyond this. So yeah, take it easy. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.